COVID affected the way that all of us live, and even though we're going back to normal, some of these changes are here to stay. I 100% believe that right now is the best time ever to start a business. And to make it easier for you, our team has researched 5 of the best business ideas that you can start right now. Let's go. Business opportunity number 1, short form content creation. So why is this industry so hot right now? During COVID, short form media took over. Think about YouTube Shorts and TikTok and Twitter Threads. So here's a cool story of an entrepreneur who actually hopped on this trend. So Henry and Dylan just graduated from college 2 years ago, and they didn't want to get regular jobs. Sounds like most of us. So one of their hustles was starting their own podcast sharing this business trend. They didn't want to edit the show themselves or do anything because they're millennials, but they did want to create clips for social media, so they hired an editor-producer in the Philippines to do everything for them. Shout out Philippines, love those people out there. They realized that they could actually offer this service of automating the podcast production to big-name podcasters. Today they work with My First Million, The All-In Podcast, and Hasan Minhaj. How can you get started with this opportunity right now? Make a list of all of the creators and businesses that you are excited about or you want to work with. You can do it on your phone, I'll wait. Number 2, download some of the long-form content that these people have already posted online and figure out a way to turn that into amazing short-form content. Once you've actually created some of this content, just reach out to these businesses. If you've done something so good that's really aligned with what they're already working on, I promise you they'll respond and at least start building a relationship, if not already start paying you money to do this as a career. That's a good one. All right, business opportunity number 2, cleaning services. Yes, I love businesses that are not sexy. That's how you get rich. So this industry is red hot right now. Why? Because all of us were stuck in our houses, and all of us now with all like the hand cleaning and the masks and all that stuff, we became more cleaner as a society, which is a good thing. Here are some examples of entrepreneurs who actually started hopping on this trend. R0.com, they are the world's first dedicated to making spaces safe, clean, intelligent, and sustainable through disinfection. It looks like a UV ray killer that you put in your house. That's pretty damn interesting. So UVC lights are actually capable of destroying almost 100% of pathogens in a room within minutes. The hardware normally costs $60,000 to $125,000 per unit. But the founders of this R0 product, they reverse engineered the tech, aka they copied it from someone in probably a country in the East, and created a more affordable version. Their subscription starts at just $17 a day. And I like that they kind of played with the business model. So if there are businesses that are really, really expensive, like it sounds like the UVC light, maybe figure out, is there an alternative either on the pricing that they did or on a product that you can make it much more affordable. And they've been able to get a lot of customers at schools, restaurants, senior care facilities, sports arenas, and jails. They have done $15 million in sales in less than a year. So that's a really cool example, but you might be thinking that's really high tech for us average people. How do we actually do this in a weekend? So how can I actually get started right now? So if you're interested in this category of being home cleaning, which you could do more advanced like the one I just told you about, or just standard home cleaning, 1, ask your friends. Go to your network, say, hey, who in my network actually wants home cleaning done? And if they're like, nah, dog, we're good, ask them to refer any of their friends. Yes, that's how almost every single business starts. But if you want to do something more of an industrial, maybe you're trying to apply to businesses, maybe like the AppSumo office, you can post an ad on Craigslist. You can go ask your service providers. So go ask your dentist. Yes, go ask your doctor. Go ask your mechanic. It's much easier to ask someone you've already paid money than a random stranger. If you want more videos from Uncle Noah, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I put out 3 juicy business videos every single week to help you get your business or side hustle off the ground. I love this one, pet sitting. So no, it's not just you sitting and the pet is sitting. It's actually going out and either walking dogs or helping sit for dogs while people are traveling. Rates from shelters in terms of more adoptions in the year 2020 were up over 12%. As the world is going back to offices, or if people are saying, hey, maybe I want to travel, and people are wanting to start doing the things they used to do, they're gonna be like, yeah, damn, I need someone to help me take care of my pet while I am traveling. So this is gonna become a bigger industry. I love this one. Barking Springs Dog Ranch. So it's a 4-acre dog ranch, 10 minutes from the Austin airport. And what they're doing differently, which is really interesting, is the dogs can run around and be dogs on 4 acres of land. It's a small family business and the owners also live on the property. Here's a crazy thing. How much do you think this costs a day? $43 a day. That's $1,200 a month. That is more expensive than most people's apartments. But if you have a dog and you're traveling, it's worth it to know that your dog is taken care of, safe, and fed. Another business that's happening, and you've probably heard of it, is Rover.com. It is the Uber for pet sitting. Supposedly on their platform, Rover.com, people are making an extra $1,000 a month. Instead of you trying to even create your own business, you can go learn and see if it's something you want to do via Rover.com. Rover is not everywhere, and if they're just doing pet sitting, maybe there's other opportunities, pet food, pet walking, and other ideas that you can do for pets. Business opportunity number 4, outdoor events. You guys know why this is popular. Most in-person events were postponed, canceled, or moved to virtual formats in 2020. But I would say people, I don't know about you, are still scared of these large gatherings, and outdoor events actually look like the best solutions to keep everyone happy. Here are some cool examples of entrepreneurs who are hopping on these trends. All right, too cheesy. First off, in Austin, Texas, this is an awesome one. It's the Blue Starlight Mini Urban Drive-In. What a long-ass title. It's a mini drive-in theater on the top of a parking garage in downtown Austin, Texas. So they've partnered with local restaurants and businesses so that they can give guests a place to order, pick up food and drinks, and have it delivered to their car while they're watching on the top of the roof. And so I've got to tell you, I actually went to this. They had a comedy show where you sat in your car, a comedian came with the microphone, you turn on your radio. It was actually really, really great. I love the innovation that parking lots maybe on weekends aren't used at night if it's not that crowded. Or maybe there's extra space, or there's other ways to entertain in an outside space. So I love that they've put that together from that. Another example is Wild Heart Yoga. So this is an outdoor yoga studio that started off offering outdoor yoga classes during the pandemic. That is awesome. You always see them do it over at Whole Foods. Their classes start around $20. Now think about, can you do outdoor music? Can you do outdoor activities? And if, by the way, if you've never coordinated an event, that's even better. You don't know what you can't do. Go make the event that you would be excited to attend. So how can you get started with this opportunity this weekend? First off, start an outdoor class at your local park. So pick a topic that you have been excited about. For me, it's been freestyle rapping, but maybe it's yoga, maybe it's pottery, maybe it's chess, maybe it's barbecue. Think about something that you've been excited to teach or personally just learn. So ultimately, create something that you're excited to go to. Even if you're only one, at least you'll have a good time for yourself. But I would bet that if you actually go out and put the work, ask your friends, ask referrals, post it on Nextdoor, post it on meetup.com, on these places, you will find other people that are excited to join you, and maybe you'll be able to create your own event business. So business opportunity number 5, create your own community around specific online learnings. So let me explain what this means. I am interested in specific topics. How can I learn it, and how can I make money doing it in a different way? Let me tell you about one of our subscribers of this channel, of how they did it to inspire it for you. So Joel from Hot Breath Comedy Network was a comedian, but guess what? During COVID, it was really hard to put on shows offline. So he wanted to start figuring out, how do I create a more stable, recurring revenue in comedy? So he started a podcast where he interviewed other famous comedians about how they actually did their career and tips on writing comedy material. So he actually focused on launching the Hot Breath Comedy Pro membership, where he teaches aspiring comedians how to go pro. So far, they have about almost 150 members paying $29 a month. Now, that may not sound alike, but that's over $4,000 a month to support a stand-up comedy career, whether he's going to a show and performing or not. So how can you get started with that opportunity this weekend? Number 1, figure out what you're an expert in. And I promise you, every one of you is an expert in something. So, and if you don't know, just go ask your friend, husband, wife, hey, what do you think I'm an expert in? Or what can you see me teaching other people? And guess what? Joel made a career out of interviewing other comedians. That's something that you can do based on what topics you're interested in. Number 2 is create a minimal viable course or community. So you can keep this really simple. You can use your webcam, or you can use your phone with QuickTime. Record your screen, record your activities. You don't have to go and pay for a bunch of software. I think that's where a lot of people kind of get confused and they stop themselves. Here's an example. Mitchell on our team, he should actually teach companies how to connect with influencers or book podcasts and YouTube guests, which is what he does on this show. So for Mitchell, he could actually record the process of, here's the guests we want, here is my outreach, here is my tracking, here is my scheduling them, here is my follow-up. He can put that all in one package, literally for free, on YouTube as well as in Google Docs. Now, what I'd recommend before he even goes and documents all that is actually go and getting some first paying customers. So message or DM people you know who want to learn what you're teaching, or just post, hey, here's how I'm actually making money, or would I be excited to teach you about how I make money, and start manually helping people with that. And as you do that manually, now you can start saying, how do I move this online, and start driving marketing traffic to that. Start building up your community just like Joel. Stick with it, because it does take time to happen. And yes, you can build a business teaching something that you're actually excited about. If any of these ideas got you excited to start a business, check out one of my most popular videos called $1 Million Weekend, where I break down exactly how you can get this business off the ground in under 48 hours right up here. And make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not yet. I know you're subscribed, so you can ignore this part. I love you, and I'll see you out there.